My Gold Award project was called Talk to Me, and it focused on increasing communications with elders suffering from dementia, Alzheimer's, or social attachment. And the way I actually chose to do this was to tackle two different parts. First, I created an educational tier of my project, which had an informational booklet and a website which held information on things like the negative effects of social attachment and the sensory changes that come with aging, and then tips for increasing communication. And then I created a hands-on part which encompassed a toolkit with different like fidgets and manipulatives for kind of increasing communication. So I had a sensory mat, a photo book, and then a set of conversation starter cards along with some other just like sort of fun things. And I actually chose this project because when I was a sophomore in high school, my grandmother began exhibiting symptoms of early onset dementia, and I saw that my family just really didn't know how to care for her. And so in the back of my mind, I kind of had this idea of, okay, like this is a problem that my family is facing and maybe other families are facing it too. And so kind of going from there, I realized that this was something that a lot of other families could probably find useful as well. I donated a couple of them to a local assisted living center. And in the toolkits, I have a list of about like 60 conversation starter questions. And the director of the assisted living center went around on rounds, and she was using my questions, and the feedback I got back from her was, wow, I didn't realize how phrasing of the questions, like how that impacts the effectiveness of the conversation. And I used these questions with some of my quietest patients, and I was just amazed with how much they talked and how much they were willing to share. Working on my Gold Award and researching Alzheimer's, which is a neurodegenerative disease, and kind of looking at that, I realized that that was really what I was interested in. And I think the only difference is that with my Gold Award, I looked at it from more of a psychological perspective of the interactions between people, and moving forward I'd like to look at it from more of a biochemical perspective in terms of what's actually happening in the brain and how is that impacting our behavior, and then how do we kind of, work with that to help Alzheimer's and other neurodegenerative disease patients.